Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's weekly market update for the week of February 21st, 2019. Now we're going to look at, first and foremost, the price performance for condos over the past 12 months and how that number has changed. Number two, what we're going to look at is, of the condos selling, how many are selling at or above asking price and why that number is in fact growing in the past few months. That and more coming up right next. So the first thing that we want to look at this week is looking at where we are in the price points for condos. Now we've pulled up the benchmark price points over the past 12 months, and so there has been quite an obvious shift in prices. They have come down in the overall picture. However, something that we've taken note is that prices have remained literally unchanged in the last 3 months. So starting in November, then falling on to December, typically the slowest time of the year, January as well. We've really stuck at a benchmark price point of $783,000, give or take, unchanged. Now that is a positive because it is a forecasting sign that perhaps things have quote unquote landed and we have bottomed out in the marketplace. Now looking at the very high point, which was almost exactly a year ago, the benchmark was $845,000. So you might ask, well, why would anyone buy at that price point if that's the high point? Well, of course, it's all in retrospect. At that time, you wouldn't be able to tell as a buyer what prices will do the following month, let alone the following 11 months. However, you have to consider what the mindset was of buyers at that time, what the reality of the market was. So what you're looking at here is essentially of the properties that sold each and every month for the past year, going back to last year, February, how many sold at or above asking price. So this time exactly a year ago, 61% of the product was selling at or above asking price. The following month, March, 54%. So those numbers were decreasing as we went through the year, but they were still quite significant right up until the summertime when things start to slow down. Now, if you look all the way towards the most recent part of that chart, what you'll see is actually a bit of an upswing and a groove in the market trend. And we are now seeing more properties selling at or above asking price, which can be surprising because when prices have come down, the mindset of many buyers is that deals are everywhere. And that's not necessarily the case. Deals are everywhere when you either get sellers who are desperate or sellers who mispriced right from the start, got a bit too greedy when they came on the market, and then are taking a hit, taking a much lower market value or maybe even below market value offer. Now, the fact that we are seeing proportionally more and more properties selling each every month for the past 3 months at above asking price, that number growing, it shows us that sellers have now come to the realization that the market is what it is and they have to be realistic if they want to sell. What all of this tells us is that buyers do have confidence in the market and buyers want to buy. They're ready and willing to buy. They just don't want to pay too much, but if they see something they think is worth it, they will jump on it. And that is something that is a positive takeaway as well. When we look at numbers right now, it's not all doom and gloom, because if it was, we wouldn't see properties selling at above asking price. Regardless of what the price points would be, buyers wouldn't be paying the money for it. So that's a lot of different information for one video, and I've gone a bit longer than I typically would. But if you have any specific questions about anything mentioned here or an area that's not mentioned here, so this was all about the west side of Vancouver, including downtown, but I do service my clients as far out as Coquitlam. So please feel free to message me, send me a direct message, comment right below, and of course, if you like this video, please share and have a listen next week as well. So until this time next week, have a wonderful week ahead. Take care. Bye-bye.